Welcome back for match 2. This is Old Man Poole. We have a not exciting keep, but I think a keep. And we can Floodwater's turn 2. Yeah, we've got expensive stuff. But if we draw any of our lower drops, it ends up being pretty good with Cartouche as well. I think it's a keep. My opponent is 2-0. How is this fair, I ask you? Ugh, that's not what we were hoping for. Basically just don't want to get hit lands, but interesting. Green-blue is not what I would have guessed. Doing some sort of cool ramp shenanigans, or is this just going to be like a tempo Hoodie B deck? Hooded Brawler, I'm calling it right now. Gift of Paradise. No, my opponent's doing something sweet for sure. Let's cycle our flippers. The fact that he's doing something sweet means we probably need to get on the board sooner rather than later. Like this may not be. This might be a pretty tempo-y matchup, I guess. Do we want to use the Illumination? I guess probably not. We can go 3-4 and then it ends up being good. We have to hit one of our like 2/2 drops to really make this exciting. I think we're just gonna pass. Yeah, like playing Sandworm Convergence, Nissa. It's gotta be something cool, right? Naga Vitalist. Okay. No follow-up. Oh man, Spearmaster been good last turn. Okay, let's play our Even Initiate. And pass. I'm concerned that he's just gonna start dropping huge threats here, though. Got 5 mana. Plus speed? Yep. Seems perfectly reasonable. So we do have a lot of good outs to that. Our compulsive arrests, or what are those called? Compulsory arrests are pretty good. For now, I think we just have to take 5 damage, though. We'll get in for a little bit while we wait. And we'll cast a Drake. Yeah, if we'd had the Rhet-Crop Spearmaster, it would have been nice. We could have gotten for a free 3 damage. But not to be. Assume Claw Speed's crashing in. Yeah. So I'm gonna put my opponent on a combat trick until proven otherwise. So double blocking the Claw Speed's not what we're hoping to do. We do have 2 Compulsory Arrests, 2 Fan Bears. I think we actually have a pretty reasonable matchup against the ramp deck. Bounty of the Luxa. Alright. Looks sweet. Okay. So here we swing for 6 and play the Spearmaster and the Cartouche. I think we're in the like straight up race mode. Play Spearmaster, and we're gonna use the Cartouche now. And Bear's a good draw. Okay, well, crack while we can. Next turn we have Hieroglyphic Illumination and Fanbear available. We also represent at least 10 damage next turn on the crack. Okay. Opponent drew a card off the bounty. Fortunately, if we're just in a race, my opponent doesn't have... Ooh, Glyphkeeper. Okay, Glyphkeeper trades for stuff. How much does it cost to bring back? 7. My opponent's got 1... Well, he's gonna have enough after the bounty turn. It's a little bit interesting. Eventually we could lay claim and Fanbear. You want to just lay claim the Claw Speed this turn? Certainly could. We're 2 mana off using the Fanbear to steal his Glyphkeeper, although I think that might be too late in the game. You just take the Claw Speed, swing with everything. You can bring back Glyphkeeper, but that's his entire turn. He takes 6, goes down to 8. Then kills one of these things. And then we've got blocks that. Not quite dead. Because let's see. We attack with this ordinarily, he probably blocks there. So trades, takes 6, brings it back next turn. We can swing with it and the Clawspede. He blocks the Clawspede. Takes another 6. If the Glyphkeeper's gone, he's down to 2. That seems pretty good, actually. You can bring back the Even Initiate as well. Alright. I guess we could exert. I think we actually want to be able to have the option. So even though him trading this with this is a little bit better for us, I think it's okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. It goes to 7 then. Let's lay claim Velocipede. Or maybe more sinister moves to take the bounty of the Luxia. I didn't even think of that. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he can't bring back the Glyphkeeper. Let's see if we've got those up. Bring back Clawspede, swing. He's dead to those 2, or dead. It's dead to those 2. Dead to those 2. Dead to those 2. He's dead no matter how we cut it. We've got a Fanbearer to remove another blocker. I think that's actually better. He'll gain a bunch of extra mana this turn, but we've got him dead in the air unless he plays a flyer. The most likely one he's got is a Glyphkeeper. Lay claim the bounty is a little bit of a longer play. I think we can just go for the win here. Means I actually probably should have lay claim first and swung with the Fanbearer, but maybe he wouldn't have blocked the same way if I'd done that. Although he still has to block. Yeah, I think this was fine. Okay. What did he have, Sandworm Convergence? Oh no! Oh, completely punished. Oh, wow. No. Oh, I could have played around that too. Okay, well. Oh, man. That's rough. Okay. Yeah, tap down his worm. He's gonna have another one next turn. Oh, man. I should have taken it. Should have taken it. As a safer play. Oh, that's rough. Okay. Well, this deck has a lot of flyers, so assume he's got a block. Yeah. He really can sit on his laurels here, I'm not sure. I guess Floodwaters are our best draw, it's in the graveyard. Maybe some combination of like compulsory rests does it for us. Oh man, I could have played around that too. Oh. I didn't think he'd literally have Sandworm Convergence, but... Oh, man! Okay, that's a good one. Just to bring back one more blocker. Not gonna Vitalist. Okay. Oh man, we could have had him so easily. Oh wow, that's aggressive. I guess I kind of like double blocking. Since they can't swing anyway. Still gonna have 3 blockers. I guess maybe that's still safe from my opponent. We get Shepherd. What even are you? You're a flyer is what you are. I don't really have any combat tricks. I think this game is more or less over. Oh, I should have taken the bounty. Or wait and taking the Sandworm Convergence, although I didn't know about. I guess we can trade here. Is that correct? For Naga Vitalist and the Beast? I guess probably. Well, one of our best beaters on the ground. I don't even really know what we can find. Oh man, I'm gonna kick myself for that play forever. But that's probably still fine a lot of the time, but I should have known that in this sort of a deck, Sandworm Convergence was a possibility. Yeah, okay. Well, we're just gonna play a Spearmaster and pass. Maybe there's some combination of draws where it's okay. Like, maybe we've hit, like, the blue trial, get, like, 2 compulsory rests or something, and manage to sneak in the damage. Commit. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. And Claw Speed was one of our main hopes to winning, so. My opponent's deck looks sweet, and this is definitely the dream ramp deck. Got a couple of Vitalists, Glyph Keeper, Bounty Deluxa, Sandworm Convergence. Definitely sweet. Gets in with the Beast, probably. Not gonna block. Yep, or worms. Okay, well there is a compulsory rest. He has to chump block the Spearmaster. Yeah, this is rough. The compulsory rest still gives him some life. Yeah, you can just swing and kill us next turn. Yeah, I'm gonna call it the GG. Oh man, we could have won that game too. Oh well. Okay. So what do we want here? Winter Rebuke definitely seems good. Maybe Scribes? I don't think we need Ancient Crab. I think we want to be on the beats, actually. And I think that flying is going to be pretty good, except for once in a while when he manages to stick the Sandworm Convergence. I mean, my opponent had a lot of things go right that game, too. Illusory Wrappings might be pretty okay. Don't think we need Seeker. Skirmisher is probably still okay. There's just something to carry a Cartouche. Same goes for Watcher. We want to be able to get in a little bit of damage. Okay, maybe Illusory Wrappings comes out. Maybe it's just not that exciting. Wonder how often. Well, that costs 1 more, so I think it's a moot point. Alright. Alright. We do get to go first this time. And this hand's okay, not great. We're gonna keep it. We'll get rid of the Flood Rotters again, but. Alright, yeah, we're gonna keep. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's the correct play or not to steal the bounty. It definitely was in that case. If he doesn't have Sandworm Convergence, though, he's dead just about everything. But we could have played around Sandworm Convergence, so probably should have. We can, we should. Okay, no Vitalist is good for us. And a land is too. Cool. I think I'm going to keep the Illumination. Next turn we play Ava Initiate, then Ava Initiate. And anything else we draw, we slap a Cartouche on and we're off to the races in the air again. Okay, Cycles Greater Sandworm. Okay, Compulsory Rest I think is pretty reasonable too. It's very possible my opponent's got a bunch of stinging shots in the deck now. Nope, just counterspell. Okay. Fine, 2. Ooh, no play. Well, we didn't draw a land though, so we have to just go for the initiate again. But next turn maybe we find a land and can do both. My opponent's definitely had a much slower draw this time. A little bit clunkier. Maybe he's got like Colossopede here though. Seems like the most likely. Glyphkeeper. Ugh. Keeper. I mean, okay. Yeah, let's play the Spearmaster and put a Cartouche on it. We could just trade off. Seems okay. If he wants to trade. 7 for 7, but we're gonna have another good flying threat next turn. Yeah. So Glyphkeeper is still fantastic, but it's actually a little bit worse than average against our deck, because Ape Initiates and Flying Spearmasters are so good against it. So again, obviously like Stinging Shot's bad for us, but... Mid. Alright, fine. No, my opponent's answered all of our threats quite well. And is still ramping up. If he ever gets to 8 and he's got Sandworm, or only out his Lake Lane. Which I think we probably just have to hold if we ever find it. He's gonna use memory. Nope, Colossopede. Okay. So I think we're gonna put Compulsory Rest on the Colossopede, swing with the Drake, and play a Spearmaster. Again, though, if he ever hits Sandworm Convergence, we're in medium trouble. Lake Lane is very good against it. Just gonna bring back Glyphkeeper, maybe? I guess he doesn't have quite enough mana as it stands. Trial of Strength, okay. Yeah, that represents some reasonable damage on the ground. Amber's not bad. I think we are just gonna Illumination very first. Well, I guess actually Illumination probably doesn't change the play. So maybe Cartouche first. I guess if we hit Illumination, draw white. It's maybe better actually as the second draw, because then we can play 2 blue for the Cartouche. And we want to be able to play Fanbearer. So, oh yeah, okay. So if we draw a land here, then we can play the Fanbearer for sure, yeah. Attack. So my opponent's effectively at 19. Still dead in 2 more turns. Unless he's got some interaction. It's very close to Sandworm Convergence. This is expensive, whatever it is. Greater Sandworm? Lake Lane? Lake Lane would be kind of a beating for sure. Not the end of the world, though. Floodwaters. Okay. That's a pretty good tempo play. Getting rid of the Cartouche is pretty good too. Not attacking with the beast. It's interesting. Just untap a forest, I guess. Oh no, just brings back the. Oh no, he did target a forest. So we could play Trial of Knowledge and Rhet-Crop Spearmaster. But I think we just want to play the Drake and keep up Fanbearer. Probably. I guess we can trade Spearmaster for like a beast, so maybe Trial's a little bit better. It helps us hit our land route. Yeah, I think we do want to tap 3 blue. Okay. In that case, I think I play Watchers and tap something down. So opponent could still find Sandworm Convergence. We are digging through the deck. And eventually we will get to our late claim. But he's got a year, and he hasn't showed us very much else, so I wouldn't be surprised. Glyphkeeper, okay. Okay, and we got 9 mana now. So you could play a Spearmaster and a Winged Shepherd. Or 2 Spearmasters and have Fanbearer up, or an Aven Initiate. So you could play Aven Initiate and have Fanbearer up. Maybe that's our best play. So you can trade the Initiate for his Glyphkeeper and maintain the status quo. Getting a couple Spearmasters down that might be pretty good though. You can swing in for 5. We can go 2 of those and tap. That actually seems pretty good. And then these guys start bringing the beat really quickly. Okay. Okay, one gets in for 5, which I think is a fine attack. Probably has some sort of reasonably sized follow-up here. I mean, he's got 3 cards in hand, 8 mana, he's got to have something. Last turn he decided it was best to just reanimate Glyphkeeper, but Glyphkeeper's pretty dang good, so. Sandworm? Just going for it? Yep, okay. So in that case, we need to start cycling, because the most important thing is finding late claim. That's really all that matters. Okay. So we've got 9 mana again. I guess we play Shimmerscale Drake over the Aven Initiate because it kind of ends up being the same. Then we could play Rhet-Crop Skirmisher and still tap. Or maybe we want to play Fanbearer this turn. Actually might be a little bit better. Yeah, we can get 2 tappings going. We could tap Fanbearer, swing with everything. Yeah, maybe that's actually the play. Just go for the throat. We tap down a worm, Swing with the Spearmasters and the Watchers. He has to trade with the Watchers. And then a couple of turns, we've got 2 Fanbearer activations. Still trade with the Drake. Alright. Swing. And we can just drop a Drake and a Fanbearer here. You wouldn't be surprised if he blocks a Spearmaster. Yeah, just because he needs to play around a trick. Okay, and I'll play Shimmer Scale Drake. Let's see. How much mana do we have? We have 7, so we can't afford to do Aven Initiate and Fanbearer. But they're all kind of the same at this point. They're glorified chump blockers. Okay. The opponent has to be a little bit cautious here. If he actually swings with everything, I probably need to chump block with the Fanbearer. I guess we have to, because... No, we don't. We're still blocking with the Drake. He's gone. Okay. So we block something like that. We take 8. If he's got Synchronized Strike, we die. Has to be exactly that, or he has to have 2 combat tricks. Next turn, we don't win anyway, because our Spearmasters are exerted. I think I'm okay trading for that. That's going to be a chump block at some point anyway. Let's just take 5. In which case I should have played the Rhet-Crop Skirmisher, but... yeah, I guess I didn't anticipate my opponent playing that aggressively. Thought he'd go a little bit slower. Something big. Yeah, alright. First that was pretty good. And another worm. Yeah, you gotta find that lake lane. Not quite there. So we can bring back an Aven Initiate. That's it, right? Let's see our graveyard. Yeah, Aven Initiate. He's swinging with 2 lethal, or I guess 1 lethal threat. We have to block 2 things next turn. Means we might as well keep the Fanbearer alive. So we can just play an Aven Initiate, but it's not all that different. I guess if, well, yeah, I guess it's... no, I guess we should just use the Fanbearer. I'm jumping. Alright. So in that last 13 cards, you got what, like a 7% chance every turn? Something like that. It's probably closer to an 8% chance. Alright. You can just get regular worms, no greater sandworm. Alright, opponent coming in with both. We'll go ahead and chump with the Rhet-Crop Skirmisher. I don't think he's got a combat trick. Otherwise, I think that attack would have been a little bit more immediate. Oh, really? Does he have it? Oh, he does have Synchronized Strike. Alright, well, got GG. I guess maybe we should have blocked there. Alright. And draw a card, draw a card. Yeah, I think we were too far out. Well, man, we could have beat Sandworm Convergence in game 1. We should have stolen the bounty, maybe. I think it is a little bit close. Rough. Okay, well, we'll head into match 3. I think we did play the second match pretty well. I think we made the right choice to dig more or less for lay claim. And I think if you hadn't had the floodwaters or maybe even the Acid Scatter, he would have died. My opponent's draw lined up pretty well, I think. Okay, well, yep. Let's go on to the next match.